I've got a question for you. How do we make life rich with a little extra money? Winston Churchill believed that when it comes to money, people can be divided into three categories: those who are billed to death, those who are worried to death, and those who are bored to death. You know, I grew up in the first category. We were so poor that all I got was a hand-me-down toothbrush at Christmas. With careful use, it could last 4 years. But that has changed. Royalty checks and speaking engagements have allowed us to face some new challenges. How do we live rich with a little money? The Apostle Paul lived through both poverty and riches, and he said, "I have learned in whatever state I am to be content." Back when Muhammad Ali ruled the boxing world, he was stopped for speeding on his way to a title fight. When the police officer informed Ali's limo driver that the ticket was going to cost them $100, the famous boxer handed his driver $200. "Give this to him," he commanded, "and tell him we're coming back this way." Well, there's no doubt about it. Money has its advantages. Of course, it won't buy you happiness, you know this. It won't buy you love, and it certainly won't buy what it used to. But I'd be foolish to say that money won't buy anything useful. It'll buy you a nice house, won't it? But not a home. A fancy bed, but not a peaceful sleep. Companions, but not friends. Food, but not satisfaction. Pills, but not health. Fun, but not fulfillment. Sun-filled vacations, but not peace. Without a doubt, money is a blessing. I've been in countries where people are dying daily for lack of food. So we need to be thankful people, living life with open hands. The trouble is, I have always loved the words "my" and "mine." Hey, that's mine. You know, my baseball glove, my bike, my car, my house. But ask yourself, is this stuff really mine, or is it God's? Did I earn this because I'm so amazing? Because I worked so hard? I achieved so much? Are these things a gift of grace, entrusted to me for some greater purpose? I believe there's a simple truth that can alter our entire lives, and it is this: everything we have is God's. We are simply called to be thankful stewards, enjoying the gifts God gives, using them for His eternal purposes. You know, at least once a week, I stand behind someone in line somewhere who's playing the lottery, and I wonder, what kind of person would you be if you won? Would this be a better world? Would you have a better life? Would you really enrich the lives of others? You see, more money just makes us more of what we already are. Are you greedy now? Get more money, you'll be greedier. Guaranteed. I've seen it over and over. But if you are generous, you'll have more opportunities. Doug Nichols is a friend of mine who has sacrificially served God around the world. He takes a reduced salary because he meets people who need his money more than he does. One day, Doug and his staff of 200 were visited by Franklin Graham in the Philippines. On the way to the airport, Franklin said, "You know, Doug, I've been all over the world. I've ridden in every kind of vehicle imaginable. This car of yours is the worst I have ever been in. Where did you get this thing?" Well, they laughed together as Doug told him horror stories of the time the steering wheel came completely off, the time the gear shift slipped out. At the airport, Franklin said, "Doug, all joking aside, when was the last time you took your team on a break?" "A what?" "A break, a retreat, a time of fellowship and refreshment." Doug was ashamed. "Never," he said. Franklin reached into his pocket and did better than Muhammad Ali. He pulled out 20 $100 bills and said, "This is a gift from Samaritan's Purse." Wow. Doug was able to take the whole team, including their families, for a 3-day retreat where they enjoyed each other's company, prayed, rested, and played. For those with money, it's the love of the stuff that will kill you. Lavishing it on others can make you rich.